I definitely know I'm not the only one that the moment somebody says X-Men, the first thing that runs through my mind is one of the following: Patrick Stewart or Hugh Jackman? Well, in terms of the conversation in regards to the movies, obviously. So let's talk about Patrick Stewart recently revealed that, yes, he's met with Marvel Studios' own Kevin Feige. So yes, Patrick Stewart, Professor Xavier himself. Is he going to be back in the future? We don't know. He could probably make a cameo in the upcoming third Deadpool film. I mean, that would make sense. It could fit in. He obviously has since said that, look, we made Logan. That was sort of the end of it, but we know how these things go. He, like Hugh Jackman, previously ended the role like 3 times. So it's just one of these things where, look, it's possible. If you have to DH him, you can DH him. You can do whatever you need. It's pretty simple, right? These days, things have changed so much that filmmaking itself is a completely different beast than what it was 20 years ago. Well, recently, Patrick Stewart did reveal that he met with Kevin Feige months ago, and they had long conversations, and specifically he suggested, some ideas that included Charles Xavier, and he said, look, we made Logan, and that was it for me. I would want to do it again, but Logan was it. Now let's be real, money talks. I mean, Patrick Stewart time and time again said, yeah, I'm done with Star Trek. First Contact is it. Oh, I'm back for this one. Oh, Insurrection, I'm back for that. Well, sure, I'll do Picard. Yeah, I'll make a cameo here. Sure, I'll go do this thing. Look, it's the ever-changing Hollywood landscape. If they can come up with a good idea, again, the multiverse, Deadpool, there's your in. Why not? Like, can you guys imagine how awesome that would be? Hell, for all we know, he could appear in the Multiverse of Madness. They could say that the original X-Men movies were connected to the Spider-Man movies. Like, anything is possible now. They can do whatever. And I think it's good that Kevin Feige has sat down with him and talked to him about it, because it's one of those things where when I think Professor X, to me, it's Patrick Stewart. I think that's like that for many people. If you're 10 years old, 15, 20, hell, if you're like me and you're 70, you're like, oh my god, yeah, Patrick Stewart, he's been alive my entire life, so yeah, I recognize him as that character in JeanLuc Picard. So yeah, it's kind of like, it's a weird scenario to think somebody's going to replace him. Yes, eventually it's going to happen. Yes, they already did it with James McAvoy, but they did it in a same continuity type of sense, and they did the whole crossover and everything, so it worked. It's going to be a little weird to see somebody else take it all on as a complete reboot, but I think there's a way that they can service it as a reboot and still acknowledge this existence. Again, the multiverse works, and the fact they talk to him, I think for me that means is, well, something's happening. Okay, but seriously though, the first thing I think of the moment anybody mentions X-Men, just the first thing that pops on my mind, whether it's comics, movies, or anything, it's na 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 na.